tell that they're at least 250. We do not know the composition. Even today, you look it up, what is the composition, molecular composition of stem cell? Many papers are coming up. Every day they're coming up with a new paper. So, first cell is 250 plus chemicals, and then it grows to be skin. Then it's processed. And then we have leather. You see that? That's the process leather went through. Artificial leather is a polymer. Artificial leather is polymer. What is polymer? How is polymer made? From monomer to polymer. What is monomer? Just one molecule. It's a homogeneous one. How are they combined? By catalyst. What are these catalysts? Artificial. It's not enough. Artificial matter. You have artificial energy. What is artificial energy? Electricity. That process is called synthesis. None of them. So now it's not enough. How did you get this? How did you get to that? You see, this guy came from womb, embryo. You know, everything is formed inside. Brain, heart, from very beginning, by the way, for first few weeks. Embryo started with embryo. Where this started from? Petroleum. Is it natural or artificial? It's natural, right? MashaAllah, it's perfect. Is it the same as this guy? It's different. But that's not enough. So source is different. This came from petroleum. This came from the belly of the goat or cow. This came from petroleum. This is not food. This is food. Then you break it down. They don't like to be broken down. It's a very bad process. Through what? Heat. Again, artificial heat. Again, catalyst. What are they? Most common on platinum, lead, arsenic, all kind of chemicals, and they are all artificial. So you break it down, petroleum, source is not the same, process has nothing to do with this process. But at the end, when you make this polymer, we are calling it leather. So what did Shaitan do? Saying, this is leather, brother, this is also leather. right? What is Shaitan's biggest accomplishment? Kufr, hiding. Nobody knows. They don't know that this costs more, but they do not question this process at all. This is hidden. They are both called leather. So literally, this is your natural leather. This is your artificial leather. Even from the beginning, there is nothing in common. This is source, and this is different source. So, similarity, law of similarity, right? Similarity should be source and process the same. Source are different, process is different. They have nothing in common. Not even one instant they have anything in common. This is the most miraculous accomplishment of Shaitan, and that he did not hide. He declared. Shaitan is very smart. And as a matter of fact, he is less toxic than his followers. He told Allah, this is what I'm going to do. So we have no excuse. Remember, all you have to do is study history. Say, brother, let me find out how this is done before I give fatwa. Quran is very clear. You can check it out. 1736. 1736, Isra. Anyone can find it? Understand the rough meaning of it? Do not pursue. Do not just go there. That of which you do not have full knowledge. The word Allah is using is ilm. You see the point? Stop. Unless you have full knowledge. Ilm. Ilm is not what was told by US, what was certified. Ilm is the true knowledge. Don't go there. Stop. Indeed, the sight and the heart. You see, Allah is catching you on the heart. Will be questioned. So talk about Allah not living in a room. This one is not enough. Allah inspired His Prophet to say, seeking knowledge is an obligation. It's fard. Here you cannot do anything unless you have full knowledge. Definitely do not give fatwa unless you have full knowledge. So the moment you are assigned for yourself, it's not about giving fatwa. For yourself, the moment you want to buy something, you have to remember, I'm not supposed to do, because I have full knowledge. Let me find out. And it's not very difficult. We will see many examples I have in this outline. We will have case studies, many cases, where it's very easy to find out. But people are not doing that. People have become the worst creation. And there I give this reference, because we come to that many times. 8 22. Biggest offense, most insulting offense you do, insulting for us. Allah doesn't get insulted. You cannot touch Allah. For us, it's not to use akal. Allah is saying in this verse, the lowliest of creature, lowliest of creature is the one. You remember, we are Khalifa, we are the best creator. Yet, the lowliest of creature is the one who does not use akal. Remember, we said akal, the ability to think, is the most important trait. And Allah gave us all, unless we are crazy. Not to use it makes us lower than any other creation. So this is the trust Allah has given us. Allah has given us akal, and He has given everything else. Our provision, our food, money, everything is given. All we have to do is use the akal. And if we don't, we reduce ourselves to the lowest. What a travesty. From the top to the bottom. So we are supposed to go here, right? Go here. Instead of going to heaven, we go to heaven. And that is valid for dunya also. If we had the knowledge, this is the travesty. If we had the knowledge and you are not doing it, you are worse than not having the knowledge. The harshest verse against any group is when you seek knowledge only to justify your hawa, whatever Allah is, whatever your heart desires. You are seeking knowledge to justify your hawa. That group, you can check it out. Again, these two verses. Make it a habit to look them up. 220, 286 to 159 to 161. Most despised in Allah's eye when you're seeking knowledge to justify. I want to marry this woman, right? I have 4 wives, I want to marry 5, so let me find out how I can justify it. And it's real. Yesterday I saw a post from a Bangladeshi guy. He said, of course, I can have 100 slaves. And he said, there will be a post coming up tomorrow where I'll describe how it is completely halal. So what he's doing, he decided he wants to have more wives because he doesn't have any room for legal wife, 4. He wants 100 of them. So now he's looking for justification. That group, those two groups, that group is got the biggest warning. And we check out these 2 verses. Only group, Allah says their punishment will never be reduced. Very harsh. So it's not enough that we seek knowledge, which is an obligation. We have to work on it. First, we have to seek knowledge. We have to practice it. Third, we have to disseminate. So who do we disseminate first? Your family, neighbors, then your close people. We go out on the internet and lecture the whole world. That's not the Sunnah. Sunnah is you start with your own community. And that's why I'm here with my community. You see the point? It's not about lecturing, it's not about showing the whole world first. No, you practice with your fellow Muslims who are around you. We do it together. And that's really the basis. Arabic is the only language, again, Arabic is the only language that has two different intentions. I don't know if you thought about it or not. There is a word Niyah. And Niyah, remember we said humans are unique. The most important trust Allah has given us, most important gift or trust. Everything is gift anyway, but most important trust is we own nothing. Only thing we own is intention, Niyah. So Allah has created Khalifa, has given him no freedom. We have no freedom to make anything. We have no freedom to earn money. We have no freedom to even breathe. Everything is part of Qadr. Only one freedom happens to be Niyah. So much so that Quran does not have the word Niyah. How interesting is that? Allah has given us that. Yet, God doesn't agree. Allah doesn't say, I have given you freedom of Niyah. But first hadith, book of Bukhari, says it's Niyah. So why is that important? Niyah is the only one that's accountable for. If you are trusting somebody with something, you have to give him some freedom. Otherwise, they say, what did I do wrong? Right? So we have the freedom of making Niyah. And we are accountable for making the Niyah to please Allah. We make real Niyah, meaning to please Allah, or we make false Niyah, please anything but Allah, ultimately. Niyah takes us to heaven, or Niyah not making correct Niyah takes us to hell. So, qasad is another word. You know the word qasad. I don't know how it is translated in Pashto.
Qasd.
Yes. What does it mean?
Qasd is to decide.
Intention. It is intention, but so this is the thing. If you think about it, by the way, this is we checked many languages. This distinction doesn't appear. No other language has this. Only Arabic. It's very unique. So I call it Niyah is a static intention. So what is the feature of static? It doesn't change. Right? My intention is to go to the airport. Right? Does anybody know? Does anybody know about this my intention? My true intention? Nobody knows. Only Allah knows. You can tell your wife, I'm going somewhere, but real intention only Allah knows. To be between you and Allah. Now you're driving, right? You're driving east, and then all of a sudden you see a traffic jam. Say, I want to take a detour. I'm changing direction now. Did you change your intention? No, intention remember? Intention is static. It did not change. But your reaction now, dynamic one, why is it dynamic? Because it's changing. Now change. Rather than going east, you're going west because you're turning around. You can even stop by because you're falling asleep. You can stop at a coffee shop. But your real intention, the Niyah doesn't change. So why are you drinking coffee? Why did you take a break? Because you might fall asleep and that might delay your going to destination, or you might damage it. You might get into an accident. Think about it. The second one is called qasd. Now if I ask you, is qasd under your control? Can you control qasd? Do you have any idea about qasd? No, you have no idea. You cannot control qasd. Niyah? Can anybody force you to make niyah? No. You can be tortured. If your niyah is something, nobody can influence. Even if there's a bomb, your niyah cannot be affected. If there's a bomb, your qasd gets affected. So, subhanAllah, there's a bomb there, I better turn around. But your niyah cannot be changed. That's why qasd is part of qadr. It's part of universal order. You see, that's the word I use. That will come. And we have nothing to do with it. You cannot touch it. Everything you do physically is part of karma. Even thinking process, nobody knows this. At least nobody I know knows this, unless I have talked to them. You remember we hear the freedom of will, these terms, freedom of will. Freedom of thought. We have freedom of will. See, West knows that we have freedom of will. In Islam, there is nothing. You know why? Allah said, you cannot even wish unless Allah approves it. Our thought process will, right? That's why we say inshallah. You cannot wish anything. If I say I'll go tomorrow to the lecture, I'll wake up tomorrow morning, is it true or false? Isn't it false? How do you know? You are doing zulm. You know zulm, the word zulm means misplacing. Zulm. Misplacing. You cannot say anything that you will do that belongs to, not it doesn't belong to you, it belongs to others. That's why to say I will do it without inshallah is absurd. Even Prophet was chastised for that. He did not say inshallah, you know that history. Is that logical? It's not your business. You have no freedom of will. You cannot, as Allah said, you cannot wish unless Allah does it. Allah can wish for you to have the wish. Even to make dua, you have no authority. You have no ability to make dua unless Allah has approved it. You have no freedom. Because making dua is part of life. Only thing you have freedom of is niyah. So, freedom of thought are very popular. In the West, we always have freedom of thought. You know what we're talking about. Right now, there's a bomb. What happened to your thought? Disappeared. Everybody is thinking bomb. So your thought has no freedom. Thought is a function of your surrounding. This is function of surrounding. Only intention, niyah, is function of zero. It's not a function of zero.
Function of what's that?
Zero. You know what function of zero means? It's static. It's constant. It's not a variable. It's like Allah. Is Allah function of anything? No. Nothing to touch him. That's what masad means. Samad, sorry. You cannot touch Allah. It's function of nothing. Difference is we control nothing, right? Allah controls everything, and that's why Allah said Allah is there. He is the time. The time, which is Allah, is the controller of everything. Everything mass is a function of time. Everything, and time is a function of the time. So where is only one thing that there is in universe? It's not possible. And that's what you are accounting for. You have nobody else to blame. You cannot say, oh, this guy did this to me. If it was thought, you could say, if it was thought you're accountable for, then you could say, Allah, what can I do? There's a bomb, there's a porno showing, I cannot control my bomb. But for Niyah, you have no excuse. So mathematically, this is a fact. Everything is function of everything mass, what we call energy. Energy is not separate from mass. It's a function of time. But this time is a creation. This time is Allah, according to Allah. It's Allah. He said, I am there. Right? How society got it wrong, how new science got it wrong, they say perception is reality, and perception That's relativity right there. So, literally, they put perception, replace that with Allah. This is reality, subjective reality. This is the same as Allah, the objective reality or the truth. Al-Haq. And this is what you call self-deification. We talk about it. There is no point trying to memorize this, but bottom line is, this is your new Einstein's theory. They literally replace humans in place of Allah. You can perceive something, it becomes reality. And that perceive is a you. You define reality. And it's called subjective reality because everybody has their own perception. So now, if I give you this, right? You give you this, and you perceive it as 666, does it become reality? No, it's nothing to do with reality. Who governs reality? I do, because I gave you this. Your reality has nothing to do with the real reality. So that's how Trident confused you. But this is the science that has never been challenged. I did that in my books. I remember in 2014. You see, this is very relevant discussion in terms of mass and energy, because everything is mass or energy, right? And I had that chapter, and the publisher, even after being accepted the book, 2014, Elsevier, this is the top publisher. Publisher frantically wrote me a message. The Dr. Islam, is that a mistake? She could not conceive. She could not imagine that I have criticized that much. And it's a book that they will be selling for $200. You see the point? It is so revolutionary, it's so new. When you challenge everybody, and it's their book, they're publishing it, they thought it's a mistake. Because they cannot fathom that Einstein can be challenged. Why? Because Einstein is their God. You cannot challenge him. So we'd see many examples of that, and we'll actually get through this process, where they got everything messed up. It all comes down to going to Quran first. You see, I did not learn from any book. If I learned from Einstein's book, I would never be able to. You know what I said? If you have a PhD, you will never be able to see it. That's why PhD is a curse. Nobel Prize is worse. Only then you can get to the truth. We'll resume. When is the next class?
I think so. Time is over.
Definitely. Very good. So what I want you to do is take your mental notes and write down if you have any question. Best thing, and this is a prophetic teaching style, and I thank you, Jazakallah khair, Salahuddin. You asked those questions and that triggered this discussion. Always, cure to ignorance is to ask questions. And remember that. Always ask questions, don't be shy, and that will prompt the real education system. So write down any question you have, take note and remember what we discussed, okay? So see you day after tomorrow, inshallah.
Zile baba. Așa să fiți lați, zile baba. Selam işte 15 minutes. أجمل إبراهيم نور الشريف نور الله فواد إدريس محسن كريم فضل أحمد شاه محمد نشتا شاه محمد من ذاك عبد الله عمر من كانوا ما استطاعوا على النمبر زي محمد دارم ومعنا محمد أو بلسن لا لا بس هسه يجيب
عقد اخلاص شد ایوار خبرم میامده که این پیروزدی که دوشنبه چهارشنبه به ایوار از نفر دو استفاده کنید از دانیو سفر کرده ایوار شنبه